The poorest club in England has got high ambitions. Crewe Alexandra is only 4 points off the top of the league table in EFL League 2, with youngster Emre Tezgel being their top scorer at the moment. This club's highest ever league finish was the 11th position in the Championship in the year 1998, never experiencing Premier League football. Financially, it's the weakest club in EFL League 2, and so with that, the challenge is huge. Can I turn the poorest club in England into a dominating force in the country and in Europe? 838,000 is the budget that we're kickstarting this journey with. And this is the starting 11 of Crewe Alexandra as they went into their last matchup in the league, where Tezgel scored 3 goals. So basically, he's their joint top scorer in the league from just 1 game. However, when we take a look at the most valued players in our team, Dion Rankin, 23-year-old right midfielder, is the top player here. But then you see Tezgel only loaned in. Williams is out on loan. He's going to come back. Could be useful. O'Reilly is only loaned in as well. Same as Mingy and also Golding. So a lot of big teams are loaning out their players to the lower divisions to give these players like Tezgel playtime. Now, initially when I saw my team, I thought, oh, it's decent. But when we lose out on all these players, we're in trouble, especially with our budget. Now that I've signed a couple of coaches, our budget has crashed down to 262k. This is gonna be very hard to pull off. And we didn't even look at the worst part. We have nearly everyone in this freaking team, and their contracts are running out in 8 months. How's this a thing? That's we're in trouble. Yeah, this is really bad. And since we are jumping in the middle of the season at a live start point, we are looking at Crewe Alexandra on 22 points and obviously not too far away from the promotion playoffs or the top of the league. But this financial situation is an absolute mess. If this is actually reality and they didn't extend any of these players' contracts yet, what are they going to do next season? The Youth Academy could possibly play a huge role here. And here we go. First time I'm looking at it. Anyone decent? Oliver Lee, 17-year-old centre-back with the playstyle of aerial fortress, 6 foot tall. Okay. And then we have Sissoko here from the Ivory Coast with potential maybe up to 92. Dead ball specialist. I'm liking what I'm seeing here on certain players, but none of these guys make it into our team straight away. So what I might do is promote these guys and loan them out in the January transfer window. At least the ones I believe in. And for the first time ever, we're gonna step onto the pitch against Walsall, who are actually at the top of the league as we speak. I wanted to test my team. And well, it seemed like Kano wanted to test his volley on his weak foot. What a strike into the top left. 1-0 up straight away, and we had to try and come back. Tezgel gets the ball and smacks it into the back of the net, bringing in the equalizer for Crewe Alexandra, and we were chasing the victory from this point on. However, Kanu was an issue. I couldn't stop this man no matter what I did. So I just had to score more. Tezgel tried his best, wasn't successful. Now it is 2-1 as Kanu finally misses a sitter. That gave me the opportunity to go in here with Rankin and just smash it into the top left. A ridiculous goal from the right midfielder, who is the most valued player in our team, as you know. And here we go. 94th minute for the winner. But it didn't happen for Tezgel. Keeper makes a save. But Walsall is upset that they only got a draw against us. Now, after getting to know our team through that matchup, I've gone ahead and sold a bunch of players. Shiloh, Tracy, Dimitriou, Thomas have been sold, and others whose contracts I couldn't extend have started to leave the team for free, which obviously isn't ideal. This Bogle guy is worth like 250k. However, the budget has gone above 1 million thanks to the moves we made. The biggest transfer one can make in a rebuild like this is to bring in a goalkeeper that can be there for a very, very long time. And this is my first big signing in January. 690k. Mark Monedero is now joining into our team for a price rating of A, an actual rating of 63, upgrading our goalkeeping position by a +5, 21-year-old, 6'4" Spanish goalkeeper. I'm gonna make this guy my Casillas. I've just sold our youngster Agius for a left midfield position who was on a 57 rating because I saw that Adekunle Ojomo out on loan has gone up to a 58 rating. That is one of the players from our youth academy, and I would love to have one of them in my starting 11 as soon as possible. So I'm actually going to be recalling him, and he's going to take over that left midfield position with that 58 rating and leave me with another 600k to spend. Since a lot of players are loaned in, I need to find solutions for the next season. Hassa is now coming in with the number 10 on his back. Seems like a tall lad right there, and he is a striker. Tezgel is going to leave us and go back to Stoke City. He joins us for 410k. Hanova have been kind of popular through coming up with Tresoldi, a very good talent that now plays for Club Brugge, I believe. And he recently got an upgrade in the game as well, so if you guys are interested in him. But Tezgel is going to be here for now, but I need someone to take over in the future, so Husa is going to come in. He is German, so I guess it would be Husa. And he will take over that striking position. Hopefully, by the time we get into the next season, he's going to be around that, let's say, 60 rating. And then he can take over that spot and we'll be fine with it. And Ojoma by then will be 60 as well. So I'm very happy with how things are looking for now because it was a hard enough season. Now that season has ended, we're looking at the team nowhere near the top 7, but actually in the top 8, which means we just missed out on the playoffs. Grimsby Town, Bristol Rovers, Chesterfield, and MK Dons are going to be fighting for it. We are not part of it. And honestly, I'm okay with it because our team is just nowhere near good enough. And I strongly believe we'll struggle big time next season. Now we see Tezgel going up to a 63, Ojomo on a 60, which is something I wanted to see. We see Husa up to a 59, hopefully a 60 soon. Thibaut is going to back him up. That's good. He's going to put the pressure on him. But as you know, a lot of the players are going to be away from us next season. Mingi is going to be leaving. Tezgel is going to be leaving. And I believe Golding right here is going to be leaving as well. So we have kind of prepared for that case. And the numbers have actually come in from Josh March. He's been playing ahead of Tezgel, even though he shouldn't have. 14 and 5 from the striker. Good job, I guess. He can play until Husa surpasses him. I'm okay with that. Or we'll sell him and cash in on him. That's something we can do as well. Sanders from CDM, 22 goal contributions is very impressive if you ask me.
Nobody asked.
Look at our youngsters. Sissoko up to a 59. Lee up to a 61. He's going to be crucial as he comes in next season. Corbett up to 57. That's all right, I guess. And you know what? We actually got Williams, who came back, or was he sat on the bench? This guy's a 63 rated centre-back, 22 years old, paired with Connolly, who is 24, Billington 22, Hutchinson 26. I'm very happy with that, you know? That's sick. So we don't have to spend on another centre-back and can leave our youngsters out on loan to keep growing. My friends, I'm going into the free agents. As always, we give ourselves the opportunity to sign one free agent each season if we want, and it has to be a player that isn't too far away in terms of rating to keep it somewhat realistic. Daniel Kost is the one that I have found for our team, a CDM with a rating of 68. As you can see, we have a 68 rated ranking in our team, so I thought that was just fair. He comes in now to take over that left CDM position. French, 19 years old, great stats, 6'1", and has 4 playstyles. Low driven shot for CDM, okay. Long ball pass, first touch, and press proven. That makes him sound like an incredible player for our team. However, he doesn't have really high potential, so he will have to grow into a top player through time. To make life a little bit easier, I had to make some sales. Holicek, Booth, Finney, a bunch of these guys are going to be leaving our squad, leading to a budget that has been increased now and has gone over 2 million. 2.3 actually. Mamuza Lum is now joining us, my friends, and this is quite an interesting talent, if I may say so. This guy is joining us from Hertha BSC, a club that hasn't had the best couple of years in the past, but keeps bringing out good talents. 64 rated CDM. Sanders was put into the deal. I wanted someone for the future. Sanders was 27, nothing against him, but I want to keep building right here and keep rising higher in our rating as fast as possible. This guy has a potential above 80, comes in with decent amounts of pace, good dribbling, defending, 5'8", so not that physical, but a very important player possibly. because we do have Cost right here, who's 6'1", can be a bit more physical for us, and Mamuza can be the one that moves forward with the ball, hopefully. So that is the plan initially. Next up, I'm downgrading a little bit, but upgrading in terms of talent. Jorge Salinas is joining into our team for Reece Hutchinson plus money. And it is a downgrade. Don't get me wrong, but he's 19. He's left-footed, decent pace, good defensive stats, 5'11", so not the shortest type of player. So with that, we have actually made our defense proper young now, with 24 being the oldest. Before that, we had a 26-year-old in that left-back position. I'm not obsessed with youth, but I'm kind of needing potential. So obviously, I'm making these signings right now to push us forward. However, I still do have a decent chunk of money. And I'm thinking, what if I just go ahead and buy an experienced striker to push us up the league table? Now to the OGs and the people above the age of 25. Do you remember Mbaye Niang? This guy used to be a big talent at AC Milan back in the day. And you can qualify him as a failed wonder kid. Now plays for a Turkish club at the age of 30. I still remember when I had him in my career modes back in the day. Now he comes in at the age of 31, a 69 rating, so a +7 upgrade. He still has an okay amount of pace, good shooting, 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, 6 foot tall. As I'm telling you, used to have 85, 86 potential. Used to be such a fun player to use, so I'm excited to see if he can help us this season. We are currently sat in first, ahead of a team like Barrow by just 2 points. And now we're gonna take them on in a battle for the top of the league and promotion. Well, this wasn't gonna be easy. However, here goes Niang, Mbaye Niang, the former wonder kid, strikes it and makes it 1-0 for us. Just 14 minutes into the game. Now still in the first half. Big mistake at the back into Niang again. Can he find the space? Can he get the second goal? He should have. That should have been 2-0 right there. Our opponents now get their chance. Beautiful passing play. Exceptional strike. 1-1. Equalizer is in. And that was upsetting. I was dominating this game. Here we go again now. Lancaster looking for Niang again. Niang now cuts over to his right and hits it. Saved once again. A 1-1 draw is the only thing we can get out of this game. And that was upsetting. The season's done and Crew Alexandra have been promoted with 90 points. Barrow dropped down into the 3rd position. Top scorer in the league is actually our attacking midfielder Lancaster with 22 goals. In terms of assists, he's at the top as well. This is something I did not expect at all. I thought Niang was going to be the one, but Lancaster has gone up to a 71 rating, 5-star by now, and has been very crucial to our season. Now, Ojoma has only gone up by +2, which is a bit of a letdown, but Cost and Mamuza are looking very good there in terms of their boosts in rating. Salinas as well, and Monedero has gone up to a 72, which makes a huge difference. Usa, I brought you in to take over, but that is not good enough, so we will have to let that man go. And for the rest of the team, we have our youngsters back from their loan deals. Sissoko on a 63, Corbett 59, Lee 63. Yeah, I'm not sure if any of these guys will make it into our team, to be honest. And even Ojomo right here is too low rated at this stage. This season, they've given us 3 million. How generous. But hey, Crew Alexandra can rely on free agents. And we found another French lad. It's Prévost now joining into our team. And this is a big one. Obviously, free agents, so no money spent. The only free agent I'm going to sign this season. And he comes in at a rating of 73. The same rating as our goalkeeper and a +9 upon our right back. That is a huge move for us. Quick step play style on him. Has decent amounts of pace. Good passing, dribbling, defending, and physicality most importantly. Usually, players who are 5'7", they don't have those stats, so I'm very happy with that. And by looking at the team right now, I realize I have 3 million to spend. Who do I want to spend it on? Honestly, it might be striker again. I think Niang might be fine for this season. I might not have to spend, and I love the fact that I have a former wonder kid in here. But I'm not too sure where to go. I think it has to be left midfield. Yeah, it has to be left midfield. I just sold a bunch of players, including Youth Academy talents Ojomo and Sissoko, to take my budget up to 4.5 million. Lads, I have no idea what my assistant coach has on top of his head. Oh, it's fixed now, but I have signed Min-Soo. Andorra has him on loan, and Girona is selling him for 3.8 on his release clause. And that is huge for me. 72 rated, takes over that left midfield position. South Korean player. I absolutely love South Koreans and Japanese. So this is something I wanted to make happen. 77 pace, 67 shooting, decent passing, great dribbling with 2-star weak foot, but no play styles on top of it. So we'll have to work quite a lot on him, but I think that's a good signing. And it's the only signing I can make. This season, I didn't really play any games, and it's okay. Because we finished 7th with 72 points, as you can see. And we're 6 points away from making it into the playoffs. However, after the first half of the season, this team was stuck in like 14th. So I'm happy that the second half has gone better. It just tells me that this squad has gotten better throughout the season rather than starting off strong. And when we look at the starting 11, Niang has come down to a 68. Lancaster has only gone up by +1, but then Min-Soo +5. Rankin +5, I believe. Mamuza up to a 76. Cost up to a 75. Prevost has done the same. Now, some of the originals are looking very lackluster. Williams and Connolly are decent, but not necessarily on the same level as the rest of the team. Salinas has just surpassed the 70. That's good enough. Monedero is on a 78, and he's on a run. This guy is truly actually becoming my Casillas. This season's top scorer is actually Niang, followed by Rankin, and also Min-Soo, 15 and 13. Love it. We are signing a top striker who somehow has found his way in the free agents. This is Julian Carranza, an Argentine striker, if I'm not mistaken, that used to play in the MLS. And in the MLS, he was actually pretty decent. Then he moved over to Feyenoord, and I don't know how he's doing over there. So please, guys, let me know. Ever since Santi Jimenez left Feyenoord, I haven't been paying attention. So this guy comes in as the free agent for this season at a 76 rating. Lower than a lot of the players that we have in the team, but still good enough to take part at the age of 28. He comes in with not much pace, but great shooting. He has the finesse shot and the game changer. He's 6 foot tall, 4-star skill moves on him as well. Such an important signing to make because I can literally only afford his wages this season. I cannot buy any other player at all. Portsmouth is currently sat in the first position, 5 points ahead of us, as I have obviously decided to step onto the field against them now. And here they come straight away. 1 goal in. Portsmouth have taken the lead. We are trying our best to come back. Carranza over to the left. Min-Soo now finds Carranza again. Beautiful play in between the two. And that is what you want to see from your striker. Rankin is through as well. Hits it. Top left once more. That is us taking the lead in this game. A beautiful comeback against Portsmouth. And now I'm just going to shut up. I'm sorry, but that is ridiculous. Min-Soo, that is possibly one of the nicest goals I've scored and the best celebration, my friend. Take a look at that. It couldn't be more top bins if he tried to. And that was a goal that deserved to win this game, but I went and got myself another with beautiful passing play, and in the end it was a 4-2 victory against Portsmouth. And now, thanks to that big victory, we're sat in the first position, 108 points, just 2 losses throughout the entire season, and our top scorer is Carranza with 31. Signing him definitely made a big difference, man. That is some player right there. But Rankin, an original, has gone up to an 80. I don't know what this guy's on, but that's very impressive. Mamu's up to an 83. Min-Soo 79, generally speaking, a very good team, but both centre-backs need upgrading. But I don't know if I'll have the money to pull that off. I mean, even looking at our bench, I don't necessarily have anyone to sell on to make big money. So maybe I might have to do something I don't like, and that is selling one of our best players. And when it comes down to that, who is the most valuable player in our team as we speak? Whoa, Amuza. To 66 million. If I sell him, I can get like 80 back. And now the deal has gone through. The midfielder is leaving us for a record transfer of 110 million to Fulham. I mean, That's an insane price to get. So what do I do with that? Of course, I have to find a replacement for him. But most importantly, I need to bring in 2 center-backs as well. So we gotta spend it wisely. First up, for just 17.8 million, we're bringing in a talent from Genk. Genk is a club that can always bring out some top players, and this guy is one that could be it. He comes in at a rating of 78, and that is good enough because he's at the same rating as Kost right here. So Sattelberger comes in, Austrian right there. In Austria, you would probably say Sattelberger. But anyways, here he is, 6'3", and has some really nice stats defensively. No pace in shooting, so he's going to be more the defensive player for us. 79 physical, 74 defending. I like that. He could even drop into center-back and play there, but for that, we have a different idea. Up next is a center-back that is now joining in to strengthen our defense, and his name is Tati. Tailel Tati is now joining into our team for just 10 million. I mean, this is nothing, especially when you consider that he comes in with a 75 rating. He's left-footed. He's 21 years old, 6'3", amazing pace, defending, and physicality. I think that's a great signing. And to complete the defense, I'm going to heaven. I mean, I'm still here. Don't worry. Not yet. But hopefully, someday, that is what's going to happen. Anyways, off topic. Heaven is coming into our team right now, lads. This is a centre-back for Manchester United, a talented Englishman. And since we are running this rebuild in England, we got to bring in more English players. So Heaven is going to be taking over. I guess he could actually come into that left centre-back position as well. He's left-footed. Lately, I've been buying a hell of a lot of left-footed centre-backs and creating 2 left-footed centre-backs pairings. But Heaven does also have the position of the left-back, so I'm definitely putting him over to the left-hand side here. He has 82 pace, 77 defending, 79 physicality, 6'2". That is what you want to see. This is an amazing signing for our team, but it still leaves me with 50 million to spend. And so I'm going for something divine. I can't believe I'm bringing up all these references that are like, what the afterlife? What is going on here? Lads, we're looking at a player that is gonna be very impressive for us. It is a signing from Tottenham, 38 million spent on him. Englishman. He is a center attacking midfielder for an 83 rating. That is exactly what we want. 88 pace, 78 shooting, but he's 6 foot tall, has good passing, good dribbling, and a 4-star weak foot. Lancaster has been great for us, but it's time to move on to bigger things. First season in the championship, and lads, we finished 8th. And that is a bit disappointing because I thought we could easily push up into the playoffs. Up top, Ipswich and Southampton. This only tells me next season I need to go and get direct promotion ideally. And if you look at the squad, you think, yeah, this team should get promoted. I mean, look at Monedero, 83. We're looking at Divine, now on an 85, ranking up to an 82. We have Prevot, we have the entire defense, Heaven up to an 82. I think we're going to get there. Now, what I need to do is strengthen the defense. By the way, a lot of the players that you see in here have just been put into this team because I didn't have enough players and contracts ran out. So the game just basically decided, there you go, have a bunch of these guys in your squad. So that is why we have a bunch of these lads in here, just as a heads up. One that I'm really disappointed in is Husa. I thought he was going to be much better than this, but I guess because he didn't get enough playtime, it just didn't work out in the end. However, this season's top scorer, I'm assuming it is our Carranza, isn't it? Yeah, 22-4. However, new signing Divine, 19-8. I like that. Initially, I wanted to step into a game when things got competitive for promotion. Well, I didn't need to. 106 points on Crew Alexandra with 101 goals scored, with only 2 losses this entire season, and promoted into the Premier League to get even more money. Talking about money, my team got absolutely no money this season. I was given about 11 million actually, which is nothing, but hold on a second. Has someone been transferred? Okay, all good. All good. I was worried for a second there that someone was sold, but anyways, here we are looking at the team with an 87 Divine, 86 Minsu, 86, 85, 85, and in defense, the lowest rating is an 81 with an 85 rated goalkeeper. Lads, this squad is fully prepared for Premier League football, and I'm telling you, with the money that I'm getting, if I sign like a top centre-back, and improve the team overall, even on the bench. We're going for top 8. Shout out to Divine for the top performances this year, but Carranza, thank you for everything. Now 30 years old, 82 rated. And here we go again. They've given me just 50 million, and I'm going for Mamadou Sarr. This is a centre-back from the Chelsea group, so to say, from Strasbourg or Chelsea, whatever you want to say. The fact that this has become a normal thing, by the way, is crazy. 84 rated centre-back now takes over from Tati and improves our bench and also, of course, the starting 11. He's right-footed, so that fits better. He's 25 years old, some incredible stats on him, 6'4". I'm surprised he doesn't have any play styles, but this team right now is fully capable of finishing in a European spot. If they don't, I'm going to be so disappointed. My friends, Chelsea against Crew Alexandra in the FA Cup finale. I did not expect this, but here we are. Here we go, lads. It is Divine on the ball. Down the right goes Rankin. In the center, we have people waiting. And Minsu just smacks it in. We've taken the lead against Chelsea, but let me tell you now, this game was a madness. Carranza now on the ball, looking for Minsu once more. In the center, Carranza in a good spot. Once the second doesn't happen for us yet. Good save from Svilar. Faradona now playing for them. Rafa Leao as well. Luis Skelly as well. But Andre Santos is the one scoring the goal for Chelsea. He makes it 1-1 and Carranza says, hold my beer, I'll get another one. 2-1 now for Crew Alexandra. Chelsea did not like that at all. Here they come down the right. Beautiful movement. Luis Skelly finds himself in the middle. Nicholas Jackson over to Andre Santos, and I cannot stop that man. Andre Santos against Carranza is the battle we're looking at. And here he is again, playing it into Nico Jackson, and he actually gets a goal against me, which is quite upsetting. Rankin, good passing play. Carranza finds Rankin again, and there we go. That's it. 3-3, we're back into it. Now I wanted to win this game. Here goes Minsu, over to Divine. Divine on his left foot. That is exceptional. We have now taken the lead 4-3 in one of the most insane games. And here goes Divine again, wanting to make it 5. He sees Carranza in the middle, and Chelsea players are on the floor crying as we get to lift the FA Cup trophy for the first time. What a performance that was. With that trophy in the back, we obviously qualified for European football. But the Europa League? No thanks. Champions League as champions of the Premier League. I couldn't believe it when I saw this, but lads, we pulled it off. Top scorer is... oh, none of our players are in here. Okay, Carranza has 14. I guess he's the lowest rated player in this list, but still, very impressive. 85 rated actually at this stage. Approached by Real Madrid. Interesting. I never thought he would be this important for me, but he has been so impressive that I would feel terrible if I would replace him right now. Hopefully he can still go up in his rating by the time he's 32, because if he does that, if he goes to an 86 or 87 next season, that could mean a lot. This team could easily make it to a Champions League finale by then. I mean, the lowest rating is an 87, lads. This is insane. My bench is still terrible apart from Tati, Lee, Lancaster, Knežević. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. The biggest disappointment, still Husa. I'll never buy him again. But was it just Carranza? No. Divine helped. Rankin helped. We had Minsu on 23 goal contributions. Such an impressive player as well. I could possibly make some big moves in the next transfer window, but it depends on the budget they give me. Only now realized I was showing the league table before the season was actually over, but don't worry, we won the title. Only one signing this season, and it is Kostulas, because Carranza started dropping in his rating already. The Brighton talent, the Greek striker, is now becoming our number 9. Coming in for 56 million and at an actual rating of 85. Now we've gone into the new season and we've won the Premier League title again with 80 points. Our top scorer is once again Carranza. Karanza. Most assists coming in from Minsu. And when it comes to the Champions League, we came in 6th. In the round of 16, beat Atleti. Quarterfinals, Dortmund. Semi-finals, Man City. And now we're going to be facing PSG in the finale. It has been a crazy 2 seasons of football, but this is how the team is looking. An original of the team is still here in ranking 90 rated. And you know what? We should make him the captain of this squad, of course. As we go back into it, we see a red card on Sattelberger. He's going to be missing for this big matchup. So I'm guessing I have to play Knežević, which isn't ideal. Divine 92. The entire team looks incredible. Monodero on a 92. Karanza has actually gone back up to an 86, which is very impressive because he was an 86, dropped to an 85. I brought in Kostulas, and all of a sudden he's going up again. And the stats of our top 3 players look very good, including ranking, actually. Just realized I'm probably better off playing Tati in that CDM position. I'm here to beat PSG and prove that you can take the poorest team in England all the way to the top, which we have done domestically. And now on the European stage, my friends, I love the fact that Karanza has gone back up and he's part of this Champions League final. Tati just gets his moment there, possibly an assist. Karanza is unbelievable. This guy is my hero. Take a look at that strike one more time. Exceptional finishing. Oh, what a ball. Exceptional save from Monedero. Keeps us ahead of PSG. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, he sent me to the shops. Yep, it's 1-1. I thought he was going to pass it off right there, but he didn't. He just said, nope, if you open it up, I'm just going to go through and shoot. Gyökeres scores. Nice steal by Sar. Here goes Karanza. Divine, what a pass. Karanza, you will not let me down, right? You will score the one we won. Of course he will. Karanza, the hero of this squad, has done it once again. Tati coming in with the tackle. He's a big boy. Love that. Ranking now with the pace. Over to Karanza. Karanza looking for Divine. Can he come up with a finish this time? It is actually a divine finish from him. Some could say that belongs into heaven. I can't believe I just said that. Cancel me. Love the build-up. Karanza. Divine into the center. Cost finishes off PSG. It's 4-1. It's done. We have won the Champions League trophy. And so the original gets to lift the Champions League trophy. And with that, my friends, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching this rebuild. It was a ton of fun to record. Hopefully, I can see you on the next one. Take care and peace.